Yo guys, what's good everybody? Hope y'all having a good night. King Drago Sancho 17 back at it again with another Let's Play. And so today I'm going to be playing Burnout. So as you can tell that I actually haven't played this game in a while. Since the last time I played was on my birthday, I can tell. It's been that long since 2022 passed, and now here we are in the new year of 2023. So I'm just gonna go ahead and skip away while I tell you everything else. Alright, so the usual, before you actually start this, you usually have your offensive driving 101. It's basically like a driving school, and I apologize if I'm doing it very quietly. It's only because my folk is asleep. My folks. Sorry, couldn't talk right. So I'm gonna try to be a little quiet. So you have the usual single player mode. Once you unlock everything, it gives you single race championship and then the custom championship. I may do those, but I don't know when. So it may take me, I don't know, because most of the videos will probably be like 30 minutes, I would predict, for most of the Burnout in order to do the entire thing. And some of the stages may have glitches because I'm playing on the Xbox 360. And then the multiplayer you have there, single race, crash, and then pursuit. Basically a reference to cops and robbers. And then the usual controls and cheats and everything else. So I'll show you the cheats, what they got there. They got the usual regular, then the face off, then the runaway, which I'm not sure what that does. Basically like a crash mode or something. And then the face off is just you only play against one person. Then the vulnerability, known as you're indestructible. Infinite boost, you have all the boosts pretty much, so you can just hold A to boost at all times. And then the free run, which there's no cars, that means you won't crash. So I'm gonna stop with the chit chat and then we're gonna head to single race. Your usual car selections. This is what I call the shitty cars. I mean, they're okay, but if you want to use them for regular races, then yeah. There you can change your color and then your transmission from automatic to manual transmission. I'll get to that in a second. And then they don't have colors. There's only 2 cars, or I think 3 cars that don't have their usual colors, known as the cop car and the hot rod. So, and then this is kind of like, once again, the good cars. This one, not so much, the usual classic car, and then the other good cars, and then the grandpa car, I would say, and then the custom cars, known as the faster ones in the back here. So at this point, I'm gonna go with the usual supercar to start off this. Fastest car in the game, in my opinion. That actually is true. What color do I want to go? I think I'm going to go with just yellow and blue. I'm just going to do a quick gameplay and then I'll probably have to figure out what else I can do next. I didn't have a lot of things to post on YouTube, so I just figured just post something random. So just do a gameplay. So I'm going to go to my favorite field. I love this one, the Big Sur Shores. And I think I forgot to do something, but I will be back. So the one thing I forgot to do, I'm going to use manual transmission. So it is a lot more different than using your automatic transmission. So when I use the manual transmission, I will get to that in a sec once we start the race. So I'm going to cut ahead and meet you guys there. Alright, here we go. Now, using the manual transmission and the automatic is a little more different than you at least expect. So at this point here, I'm not going to talk as much, but what I can tell you is, and not really show you as much, when you use your manual transmission, you want to be sure to press the B button to shift up, and if you want to downshift, you press the Y. It's not really like driving an actual like transmission, but that's just how you do it with the buttons. Like if you have your own car and you have the automatic and manual transmission drive at the same time for your car. So it's kind of like that. And also, to the people who have played Burnout in the past but actually haven't, you want to do the boost in the beginning, because if you don't do the boost in the beginning, you won't be able to get that head start, and then they'll just be long gone, bye-bye. So the way to use your boost head start is to make sure you hit the brake button, whatever like version here. So I guess I might as well show you the downshift. When you press Y, as soon as you slow down too much, that's when you hit it down, and as soon as you reach that red meter, which I will show you in a sec, that's when you shift up once you reach that level. Like I said, I'm not very professionalized with the other controls on how it works, like how to usually just know when to shift up. It's just normally how you do it when you time it right. I mean, think of it as like you're actually driving an actual manual transmission car. Like you want to go to shift gear number 1. I think I heard that you need to at least go up to 40 to 50 kilometers to shift up to the next gear, to gear number 2. That's what I heard. I'm not sure if that's the thing, but let me know if you guys know how to actually drive the stick shift cars. So yeah. So as you can tell, I am pressing A the entire time to hold the boost, because if you let go of the boost, you're gonna start from square one like this. You see that? So don't ever let go of the boost. You want to be sure that you easily find your way by drifting or going to the on side of the calming. Just oncoming, and then your boost will add up. And the reason why I go on this level, because I can get up to 35 times boost, and that's what makes it a lot more better at this. So that's why this is one of the easiest maps I know, and I can get myself some bigger boost. So, and as you can see, I'm doing everything I can to avoid the cars and also get some near misses to keep my boost going, because if you stop doing any of those, you're not going to get your boost. So as usual, I'm just going to continue on to finish the race. I might redo this entire race, because I'm most likely explaining a lot of things instead of trying to play the game, but that's fine. So sometimes you're gonna find stages that have 3 laps, or you'll even find a single race with 1 lap. So I might do that as well. And there will be different cars that have different controls, and some of them that just you'll either have trouble playing with or you don't. Like the supercar, for example, is the fastest car in the game, and the way that I see it, the control, handling, and the speed plus acceleration is super good. So you want to make sure to keep an eye on that one. You don't see a lot of cars with this good stamina and everything else. Took a crash in the final winnings. So yeah, not too shabby. A little bit rusty, but still. So there's just random records there that just goes up. So if you want to, like, it depends what level you do on how well your performance is, and then you get a record for any of that. So I think I'll do another race, but I'm gonna choose a different car. But let me give you an example of what kind of car that you can either you want to learn how to use or you don't want to use. But I'm gonna go with this car known as the Custom Muscle. As you look at the control, like, look how bad it is. There is a key to using these kind of cars with no control. Like, for example, like this guy here, the control is terrible. And these guys are just like the slowpoke, so the control isn't so, like, I can't say much. Control, very bad. But this has got to be the worst one to exist of all of them. Like, the control is so bad on, because you're gonna be catching yourself drifting and all that stuff, like, non-stop, not even touching anything. So I'm gonna go to the 1 lap here, the Ocean Sprint, and that's how long the course is. But you gotta be on it. I'm not sure if I like these city maps or not. It's a bit on and off. I'll cut through and meet you guys there. Alright, here we go. Now here's the key I do here. I let him crash, because if you just push him right away, you will be able to make him crash. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you about the boost, which I might be able to show in slow motion. But other than that, I'll just go with it. So yeah, if you want to, basically, if you're just drifting, like just turning straight away, you won't have to use the brakes. Like, you could just straight up drift. And that's the key to keep a little bit of control, even though it's very bad, but it still pays off. Only depends on what car you use. And also, you don't want to crash either, because that's also going to cost you a lot. Because if you crash, yeah, you're basically screwed into getting yourself into last place. Keep running into walls, that's not good. But I lost my boost. Called it. So yeah, if you keep running into things and you're not getting like doing the oncoming or getting near misses, that's when you lose your boost and it burns out. So yeah, that's basically how it goes. So if you do like big airs or drifts or any insane stuff, then that's how you'll get your boost quicker and extend it longer. Oh, I hate jumping because you have no control. Looking good. Alright, first place, not bad. Took the final winnings. Now let's see if I have anything here. Yeah, there it is, the records. That'll post up. They just have like so many like names here, and just like, you know, don't know what to go with, so that's why I just go with whatever names it goes with. So, a lot of records broken. Well, they were like from years ago, and plus they're most likely used for, you know, to mix things up a bit, you know, for when you want to do some competitions, all that. Alright, that looks like that is about time for that single race mode. And what I guess like, you know what? I think that's all I'm gonna show you guys for today. You know, the one thing I did want to mention, and I'm gonna show you guys, like, don't worry about this what I'm doing here, but what they don't have is training how to use the boost. So, like, look, for example, if you don't use your boost, you end up, that's what happens. You end up going slow. But the way to do that, to get your boost, is you want to either do it two ways. You go like this, use the brakes, and then time it right. Which I'll show it again because I wasn't being specific enough. So you hold the brake, L trigger, and then use the right trigger. As soon as it hits one, hit the right trigger, and then you get the boost. And that's how you do it. Even though, like, for some reason it doesn't show you on the tutorials, which they really should, if I'm being honest. But I guess now that I showed you guys everything else, so this is what most of the championship looks like. If you know, you play the game or not, you know, the one thing is also a pain in the ass is you gotta win all golds in order to unlock everything else, like the face off and then some random trophy, and then the pursuits, the cops and robbers version, where you're basically a cop car. Like, I'll show you right away. Might go with manual transmission. So I'll just give you a little demonstration on how it looks like if you're playing the pursuit mode. So you're the cop car and you get to chase the wingmans, the hitmans. You want to make sure you hit their meter. So since I'm doing just a for fun pursuit, I'm just gonna just go through it. Now, a trick I like to do is I like to cut right in front of him. Now you don't want to stay in front of them for too long, or else they'll get really aggressive and try to take you down. They will tend to be very tactical with you. So like I said, the best thing to do is either go beside them, or once they crash into a wall, cut in front of them, and then try to slow down as much, so then you can get a second hit. Now, because I stopped them, I don't remember how many more hits there's left. It depends how hard you hit them. It's when you... how do I say this? So when you... if their meter is maybe 4 bars left to hit, and they somehow either crash, it depends how hard you hit them. It's very rare to get, but when you do it that way, that'll automatically help you win the game, is if you're lucky enough to get them to crash. And that's how it works in these kind of pursuits. Either two ways. You can either just get them, hit them 10 times till their meter's gone, or somehow make them crash. So I'm just gonna look through the replay because I actually don't know how I 100% got him. He so I was trying to get through, he crashed into that billboard as I hit him. Weird way, but we'll take a win. And then there you go, that's how a pursuit is done. And then the rest of them is just the usual face-off. The face-off, like I mentioned before, I'll just give you a little small demonstration here. You have one person there, so it's just the two of you to win that car. That's all they have here, most likely face-offs in this season. And then the special one is just to win the custom series. Now this one is a lot harder because you have to go up against faster cars, all the way to the end. This one, as a kid, I had so much trouble trying to play this one. It was so hard to get all gold, especially if you crash once, you're done. You're screwed. There's no way you're gonna beat any of the other fast cars. 7 races too is also a pain in the ass, especially to get all gold. And this pursuit is also a pain in the ass as well. That's how bad it is. When you go up against these final two stages, the hardest of them all. So now that I got through everything else, I think I might as well do one more, I guess. I'll do a crash mode. I'll do it with the supercar. what I think I'll do is this one. Number 3. So if you guys haven't played the crash mode, so your basically goal is to crash. So you want to like try to get as much damage as you can to win the game. So that's basically what crash mode is, if you guys are wondering. And it's also hard to get gold on most of them. And it makes it a little trickier for the numbers to go up higher, but other than that, it's not the best. And I got a silver. But how though? It depends what your ranking is. If you get a silver or gold. Like, I haven't done this in a while, so I'm gonna retry until I get a gold on this. So, I'm gonna try this again. Hopefully that gives some more damage. If only if it goes a little quicker. I might get another silver. Maybe not. Could be in the money. Last second crash. Now we're talking. And that's how you get a gold. Like, depending on your performances, and sometimes you won't get the high score. So that's how much it shows you how to get the like pretty much the gold medals, and then depends how much your total is and everything. That's what crash mode is. And this one you get like 30, like all the way up to 30 stages on the zones. Now there's one stage I really hate the most, if I'm being honest, because, well, there's a few stages that I don't like playing in the crash mode because they're so hard to get golds. It takes like 1,000 tries to at least get perfect. And then time attack, I'm not really gonna bother doing that. But other than that, that's about everything. Hope you guys enjoy the small little mini gameplays of Burnout. Maybe I may do an actual like championship to custom series if I change my mind. But other than that, for now, I think I'm gonna call it a night, and then I'll probably see if I'll do another of these playthroughs. And then I'm also talking about doing some FIFA gameplays, since like FIFA 23 is potentially going to be the last FIFA in FIFA history, and like we'll never see another FIFA game ever again, which will be coming up in my next YouTube videos. But other than that, I will still see what other games I will be playing, retro or new, before I move on to the next step. And then, like I said, once I buy an actual microphone that actually like works and that I can use better eventually, but who knows. But anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, and even if you're new, drop a like, subscribe to my channel, feel free to comment, the usual, as I always say. But like I said, if you want to see some more videos, I will try my best to post as much as I can. I can't make any promises, but I'll try to do my best to post some more videos. So yeah, see you guys then, and have a good night, and we'll see you next time on the next gameplay videos. So yeah, see you then.